Yo, I have a YouTube channel now. The story of xQc. I have seen this. Surprise, surprise.
Welcome to the jungle!
This is xQc.
It's actually crazy how much
Cut Lord piece of shit, who you are.
Suck it, suck it, suck it, suck, suck.
So what now? What now, you bitches?
He was once one of the
and you
Overwatch
can barely
League's
understand him
best
half the
players.
time.
I think that if he carries on performing like this, he could be a top 3, top 4 tank in the league.
xQc cleaning house, knocks him off.
He's a product of the internet age, a kid who became famous online.
We rolled you and smoked your ass!
And then, all at once,
I don't know
he was
where
thrust
Rascal
into
is.
a professional
I bet
world.
he'd be getting a kick out of this.
Jungle in here, xQc.
A clean-cut franchise professional league where he had to be on his best behavior, lock away his toxic side, and put on a show for the fans. But that
You ever watch,
just wasn't meant to be.
You ever
Shut
watch
your fucking mouth,
iDubbbz
back there,
documentary
second
on
time
Airsoft
back.
Fatty?
You like it.
That's a really good one.
This is the story
I really
of
like
xQc.
documentaries. It could honestly be about like something like so boring, but I'd probably find
We're
it
looking
interesting.
for the top players in the world and the team owners who will form the Overwatch League.
Who will farm
brand-
emotes. Wow, look at that scuff stream.
Oh!
xQc was
Such a
a tank
scuff
main
stream.
and was building a reputation as an incredible talent while piloting Winston, one of the game's premier space makers. He was aggressive yet controlled in-game, something he wasn't outside of it. Like many other up-and-coming players, xQc
I don't know
paired his
why, but
competitive
his younger
aspirations with a
version kinda
rapidly
reminds me
growing
of
Twitch
Ninja.
stream. As a broadcaster, he was completely uncaged.
Like on look.
Yo! Loads!
Not like whenever he has
Loads!
blonde hair, but like
Welcome to the jungle!
whenever he had his
Thanks
regular
for
hair.
subscribing! Woo! Let's fucking go down the sub! Dude, we got a fucking sub! We got a fucking sub up in this bitch! I love that fucking sub! A subscription to my channel! Woo! Let's go! Oh my god.
The living embodiment of the internet, a master of memes, games, chugging cokes, rage quitting, and, of course, that trademark flame.
Cloudmaker, Cocklord! Paid service, Cocklord piece of shit, that's what you are!
What's he saying?
For xQc, his journey began with a team called That's It, which won a small DreamHack Montreal event for Team Canada.
It's a jungle in.
Tournament's
Yo,
MVP.
did he ever make Team Canada this past year? Whatever happened with that? I know he tried out. That's kind of when I started falling out of Overwatch, was whenever he did. He did? Thank God.
Overwatch League fans, this was their first exposure to xQc's toxic side, but it certainly wasn't his first
Not
time
sure.
getting into trouble.
I thought I heard that he
Talking
did, but
directly.
I don't know either.
He says forget the earth shadow, but no, Harry Hook gets
All right, come
Fissure
on.
anyway. They're not
Where's
even
that
going to get the
famous fuck
Reinhardt
up?
ultimate.
This time for using the tryhard emote in a racially disparaging way towards one of the Overwatch League's casters.
He was banned?
I didn't tab in into Overwatch League and looked at who's on screen or whatever. I understand it could look like it, but I post it so very often. I post it all the time. It's literally just how I greet people. Then I was just like, dude, what?
The Dallas Fuel took action, and this time there was no shot at redemption.
Now it's release
No,
of
not Felix
XC Langel voice.
Like more than
Or
a year
Langel,
ago, I
which is
first
the
saw
name
you
in French.
super hyped and passionate
Immediate
in the game
release.
monsters.
Not even 2 full stages into his Overwatch career, xQc, one of the league's most talented tank players and popular personalities, was removed from the Fuel entirely. Just as quickly as his rise to fame happened, his career looked to be all but over.
So for me, like the Overwatch League as a whole was pretty bittersweet to say the least. When I got in, I was really fucking happy, right? This is it. Cue dramatic music, boys.
Oh my God, he's gonna burn this sweatshirt.
xQc immediately focused all of his Overwatch League had banned.
So what now? What now, you bitches? I'ma lead the chat. He's now 06. Get fucking loud! Please! sucks! No, I don't give a fuck, dude. I normally I'm respectful. Dog shit!
You see, even as a pro, xQc never logged off. He famously would just chain his Dallas Fuel practices into 8, 9, or 10-hour streams.
Popped off!
He is a gamer incarnate, strung out on red
now I
cans
wanna
of
play
coke,
Overwatch.
insta-queuing after a tilting match, and bringing his viewers along for the rage-induced ride.
We can go from
Fucking bitches! My spacebar is broken. It's actually better now. Thank you.
It's only funny because it's so relatable.
What the fuck, dude?
He was streaming Overwatch primarily.
Maybe
his
not the
ascent
way
to
he
top
shouts,
500
but-
on ladder, mixed with the odd tracer game so he could show off his DPS pocket pick.
Holy shit. Pop it out.
Holy shit! Dude, San Francisco Shock xQc winning!
What the fuck? Dude, I killed the whole team! How am I not winning this? What the fuck? I killed the whole team, dude!
But despite his high level of play, this wasn't a competitive stream. It was meant to be entertainment. Games and memes and screaming at the top of your lungs and smashing your keyboards and talking trash, all compartmentalized into one Twitch URL, packaged up nicely, and then the volume cranked to 100.
Let's fucking go, boys! Let's fucking go, boys! Holy fucking shit! This is two stops! Let's fucking go!
Yeah.
And now, freed from the
Yeah!
shackles of professional obligations, he let it all loose for thousands to see.
Yo! Fix the game!
This is like Foster.
Whether you loved him or you hated him, thought he was a talented
He's
tank
just like,
player or
what
a
the
toxic gamer,
fuck?
he was still growing. Later in
You gonna bang your
2018, he was signed
gorgeous
to an
mother with those
Overwatch
eyebrows?
contenders team
More
called
like
Goats,
your
where he
mom.
could continue to scratch his
Fucking roasted
competitive
your
itch.
Let's fight! Okay, he's in the ass! I'm fine, don't worry. Hey! Pushing him down! It's a fucking agree! Right!
Alright, where's the moment?
After buying the Canada makes this to heal up.
You already
Yeah.
fine.
Interacting with many of the other top general interest streamers in Soda Poppin' and Greek God X.
Are we gonna at least live near each other so we can hang out when we're done streaming?
Sure, but we're probably all gonna live next to each other and we're never gonna go out.
And then we're gonna stream because we're bored.
Yeah.
There's the
Top
gym
500
stream.
Overwatch
This fucking
player
running.
and online tastemaker. He's chasing one thing and the only thing, what he calls the juice.
There's no
Dude,
clear
that fucking
definition of what the
emote
juice
where he's
is.
running.
Because the
So
juice is
good.
whatever you make it. It can be anything. Nobody can define what it is for you. You know what the juice is, right? For me, like sometimes I feel like the juice is
This is so
whenever I win, I pop
inspirational.
off, right? Like I go, oh, monkey bag, poop, mauled, po. That's my juice. Right? No.
I thought it was gonna be way more inspirational.
Oh, you guys are huge! What the fuck? Dude! Let's go! xQc! Holy shit!
Yo! What the fuck? Yo, what the? Actual 6K chippy chin, boys! Oh my god, hot requested a hot.
What the fuck did he just say? Did he say
Juxtaposed
chibi
within his gaming
chibi?
content is what has come to be some of the most popular content on his channel. Him just sitting in front of a camera and reacting to things.
Go again. Go again. We go again, chat. Guys, I think it's time to go again.
He's added what he calls the Reddit recap every week, where he and his fan base traverse Reddit and watch and react to all of the most popular clips and highlights in the online world.
Okay, Clint falls for the bait.
I'll do epic soy milk. J3 B41.
Dude, really? Dude, honestly,
What's my juice? I don't know what my juice is yet.
who would fall for this?
I'll have to get back to you on that one.
I ended in You baited.
This is in addition to Media Monday, where, in what might be the most terrifying content creation act of all time, he allows his chat to decide absolutely everything on screen for the entire stream.
What the fuck? That's the type of content I want to produce on
He'll
IRL
do anything.
streams.
He'll IRL stream, play a hand simulator, watch YouTube, just chat, or literally sleep for 9 hours. It's the ultimate chat experience. Somehow, some way, there's a streamer who will more or less do whatever they ask of him at any time.
Can you lick your elbow? Okay, why would you want me to lick my elbow?
But at what cost? And that is truly the question when it comes to xQc. On one hand, we have this revolutionary personality, the kind of rambunctious energy that's infectious enough to have an entire subreddit, Discord channel, and community built around him simply acting crazy online.
What the fuck? Jesus. Kill me.
It's so fucking
On the other hand, you have someone who has been
But it's
harmful
so
to a
good.
portion of the gaming
You should
zeitgeist.
get B.
Someone who's unafraid to cross lines,
What is that?
uses slurs like they're commonplace, and unabashedly attacks teammates and
fucking
competitors.
deluded, you complete
Sorry, who the
fucking
fuck are you?
crap.
Who the fuck are you?
Our future, it
Who the
really
fuck
is.
are you?
Who the fuck am I?
You're barely GM, dude. You're barely GM. You're barely GM, dude. You better yell bonkers and you have one sleep on the fucking line. Fuck you. Get a purple, get a grip, get fucking out the game. Fuck off, avoided piece of shit.
He's a living, breathing enigma, a symbol of the rampant, unstoppable growth that is personality-based online content creation, while simultaneously attacking his own growth by reinforcing the dark cloud of bigotry that hangs over gaming in its darkest hours. Recently, he's moved back to LA, where he signed with the LA Gladiators contenders roster.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Even though this video is like, what, almost
Boys.
a year old now?
I just joined the Gladiators and the Sentinels.
Is this his path back to the
Didn't he
pros?
end up
Is a
getting kicked
real
out or
redemption
something?
arc in the future?
Or is he just a
xQc
backup?
good or
still?
bad for gaming? A hero or a villain? Well,
He
that's for
also
you
got
to decide,
fired
but without
from
question, he's only going to get bigger before we find out. Thanks.
No lie, if he was on the Canadian team, I don't remember. I can't remember. He was banned? Dude, it would have been so huge if he was actually like streaming on the Canadian team. Make sure you guys go subscribe real quick. Because if you don't subscribe, you're not supporting me. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. I don't know who that was.